Hey everybody, it's Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Outpost Engineer. Let's see, last episode where we left off. Actually, I'm going to walk while I talk here because I want to show you something at the far end. Last episode, we left off working on expanding our power generation through the coal burning generators. And one thing that I wanted to show you what we decided to do, at least temporarily. I'm just looking around for other fungal blooms. But we decided to let these ones kind of stick around. Now, as I think of it, when I spoke to the developer, my understanding, this was on the Discord, so you can, if you're watching this anytime soon, you can go check out the Discord and you may see the same post, or you can ask the developer again. But my understanding is that the mycelium here, is it not going away? There it goes. It's basically captured pollution. So, for example, as I chip away this mycelium, if the bloom produces more, it is effectively removing pollution from the air. So, what's the big deal with that? Well, the big deal with that, as I understand it, again, I'm not positive, is that the less pollution there is, the less blooms you'll get. So, if you have a bloom, the theory goes, at least in my head, if you have a bloom that's in a kind of not such a bad spot, like this one is just kind of supplemental resources almost, this little line here. And it doesn't seem to be impeding anything that's going on over here. But if you have one, you can keep it, just harvest this mycelium, and you may prevent additional blooms from sprouting up elsewhere in your factory. So we're going to test that theory out just a little bit. We're going to leave a couple blooms over here, and we'll just see what happens. We'll see if it impedes our ability to get stuff done, if it blocks machinery. It sure doesn't look like it is now. I suppose I could ask all those questions on the Discord too and get answers for them, but I kind of like to experiment, actually, too. So that's what we're doing over here. We're leaving 2 fungal blooms, or a creep bulb. I guess I should call it a creep bulb. I'm never going to remember that. So it's probably going to be fungal bloom. But if we look at the lower left here, it says creep bulb, a fungal fruiting body. Pollution stimulates aggressive fungal growth. So we're going to leave 2 of them here, and we'll just see if that makes sense to do it or not. If there's a negative consequence, we'll feel it and we'll learn, and that'll be that. But it might actually be a little bit of strategy to leave those there. Now, this episode, like I mentioned, we were working on expanding our power plant. Now, this fungal bloom we don't want. As I approach it, I can see, was this just here? Or did this sprout up as a result of me chipping away at the other one? I don't think this was here like 2 seconds ago, was it? Let's do a little experiment here. We'll have a little bit of fun. Hopefully it's fun for you guys. I think it's kind of interesting. I'm going to chip away all this mycelium. I'm going to leave the creep bulb. I'm going to chip away this mycelium, and then I'm going to go walk over to the other side and see what happened. This is not where I want one of these blooms, by the way. So it is growing as we chip away. We're going to feed all this mycelium into a molecular analyzer, so we'll get, a portion of a data cube out of this. Probably. Let's chip this away. Hopefully I won't take out stuff I don't want to. Yeah, see, I'm hitting my torch. Knock these down. It seems like it's growing, right? It's growing as we chip away at it. What do we got? Let's get over here and collect the pieces that we've chipped away. And maybe I'll leave that base. I don't want to knock out the bloom itself or the bulb. But I do want that stuff. Okay. Take this out. And then once we see, I'm taking out blocks way back there. All right. So we got this up. Let's see. I'm going to leave that one here for now, just in case we do a little ping pong and chip away at the other one. Oh, look at this. Here comes one. Can I attack this thing? No, it doesn't look like... Oh, I wonder what it's dropping. It says sand. Oh, I'm just digging into the dirt here. Well, what the heck is going on here? Seem to be getting a lot. This one I am going to take out. Just because we get enough to manage. If I can target it. See how I'm getting like... Okay, now I'm getting creep bulb, it looks like. Or no, I'm not. I'm just digging out. How come I can't hit this one? There we go. Yeah, the targeting is definitely a little tricky. Okay, this guy is still producing. Thought we took out every chunk. Maybe we didn't get this over here. Maybe we did, and it's just producing more. All right, let's take a look around. Okay, this is now clear. And we just, I just started the game up, so it could be that that has something to do with it. Where that triggers a bloom growth or something. Now, if we head over this way, hopefully that second bloom is going to pop in. There it goes. Okay, now these didn't grow as a result of me chipping away the other one. Did we get anything over here? We got a bunch of stuff going on over here. Maybe it takes a while for the game to register that there's actually a bunch of pollution happening. But we've got 3 furnaces out this way, so I would expect that with some time, we're going to get a fungal bloom out this way. Anyway, all right, enough distraction. We're going to leave the 2 blooms here. I'm going to take down the one near our power plant because I don't want that. I don't want to risk that getting hindered by the fungal growth. I don't really care too much about where we're doing the belts and some of that molecular analyzer stuff. Yeah, so this guy is spawning more. Let's just take it out. And then my whole theory about the growth here representing captured pollution. Now, I don't know if that applies to the whole map. It probably doesn't, right? It probably just applies to this sector. So leaving blooms over there probably doesn't have much impact on blooms spawning over here. But we'll see. We'll just experiment and see. Anyway, let's get back to it. We wanted to put another generator. What is this? Combustion generator over here. I'm wondering right now if I should take this one up, dig underneath it, and put a nice platform. Probably wouldn't be that hard to do. Why don't we do it? We got plenty of bricks. I think we're safe to do this. Let's just clean this up a little bit and make it look cool. It's not going to be perfect, but we'll make it look a little better. And again, I got to learn the technique here of which blocks to chip out. I was trying to get right at the tip, right at the corners here. See, I missed that one. All right. Then we'll fill this in with our concrete that we've been making. It's not going to be perfect. And I don't have the technique down. You can tell, right? It is just, I'm not very smooth at this yet. But maybe with time I'll get better. All right, let's fill this in. Boom. Whoops. Yeah, I used the wrong block again. Let's do this. Let's get this sand block. This guy. How do I get that out of my toolbar? Okay, I think I center clicked to clear the hot bar of that block because I've done that a few times. All right. Okay, let's plop down some of these guys. I'm going to hold down the control key. There we go. And there we go. I'm holding down control, but I must be on a little bit of an angle, so it didn't register that. Okay, nice. That is kind of what I want to see. Boom, boom. And then do we want to clean that up a little bit? I don't want to spend the whole episode doing terraforming, so it's going to be imperfect. And we'll just maybe improve it slowly over time. But I don't mind doing a little bit of this on camera. But I don't want to test everybody's patience here with doing a ton of it. Boom. And I think that's not horrible. Maybe another row here. We're going to get a little bit for free. Let's take it without having to dig. Oh, But I got no. I think yeah, nice, nice. Back there. Yep, yep. And this part we got to dig. Let's just do it. Yeah, we won't spend the whole episode doing this kind of thing, but we'll do a little bit. Alrighty. Control. Control. Seems like we got to do these last couple chunks. Boom. 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 Okay, that looks like a reasonable place to stop, at least for now. Let's put down the... I'm gonna mess that up. That's all right. Let's put down the combustion generator. I don't know that I have that on my toolbar. What is this? I think this is it right here. And I think we had it like that, right? It was something... Ooh, this is a little tricky to place. Oh, I know there's a spot. There's definitely a spot. There's definitely a spot. We just saw it turn green. Let's see if I can get up on it here. Oh, that'll work. Let's try it. Is that good? Yep, that is being fed. I'm not crazy about how this one's feeding. We may route this belt a little bit over. There's just something funky. In fact, we may not need that belt. Right now we've got 2 feeding this one. Let's pop another one down. That was kind of my plan. Oh boy, are these a little challenging. Okay, that worked. Let's run some more belt here. Bring our coal back. And then inserters, I think we can get by with one. Where should we put it? Maybe in the middle, right? Yeah, that one's in the middle. That one's kind of in the middle here. I think that's all we need. Now, what I don't know is how much power we're using. How many of these guys do we actually need? Okay, this says network power 40 out of 40. It's just now starting to fill up with coal. How's this guy doing? I think this guy can take 2 containers, right? 2 slots of coal, and it is not full. And that belt is not full. So we may want to have, let's see, let me see if I can hop up here. What I was going to say is we may want to have 2 inserters feeding the belt. I mean, 2 miners feeding our belt and 2 inserters feeding the generators. We do have 2 inserters feeding this one, and it is not full. Although it is... Oh, that's right. We replaced this. We just put this down. I forgot. I was thinking it was just the second one that was new. So we might be all right. But look at this thing ran out of power again. It's got the same issue, right? It shows like a little bit of animation, but no coal's coming out. If I place that down again, wonder what the deal is with that. Let's take up the power cable and see if it's just an issue with the cable. There's something that looks a little buggy here. Okay, so that's not kicking it on. Although we see a little bit of the digging animation, but belts aren't moving. Let's see if we replace the mining drill. It may just be in a bad spot. That line is backed up, so I can't tell if that mining drill is working. Okay, here we go again. Boom. Let's wire this guy up. Boom and boom. Last time that did it. What? Oh. Think we don't have the power poles hooked up yet. When we put down the new... Let's go and get one of these right there. We haven't connected power up to our our generators here since I lifted them up. Thought about that, and then I forgot, apparently. So that may have been the issue with that mining drill. It's all working now. The anime, it was weird that we had that animation, though. All right. Did we make just one, or did we make two combustion generators? I thought we brought two with us. Did we only bring one? I don't see another one. I think we've got plenty of coal to spin up a third one. Why don't we put a third one in sequence here? And then we'll call it. Hopefully we'll have enough power for a while. It looks like we're going to have plenty of coal. In fact, this line, I'm just curious what we can do with this. I mean, maybe we don't need to pull it all off of this line into this first one. So let's build out our platform and make room for a third, and then we'll go fetch it. Let's see, where are my little foundation blocks here? I'll back up and see how many I can get down in one shot. Oh, did I do... Oh, look at that. I put that sand back on my number 6. And I keep scrolling to it or something. Let's do this. Let's go into inventory. Can I put 2 of the same block on my hotbar? Let's do that so I don't keep doing the same thing. I got to mine that all out again. All right. Yeah, somehow I must be scrolling. Sorry about that. Okay, I think that's it. Now these, I think, are the right thing. Let's do one at a time just to make sure. Yeah, that's what I want. So yeah, that build to me function, quote unquote, build to me, is a huge time saver, as you can see. Cool. I like it. We're going to need torches somewhere. Should we leave a space and just put a torch? Or should we do it on the sides? Doesn't matter. Let's leave a space. Maybe do something like this. Best of both worlds. No, we're going to be getting those fungal blooms over here. Bulbs. What did I call them? I got rid of it so I can't look. I forgot what it's called. All right. Now let's go get another combustion generator. We'll get that wired into our little power network here. We can take a look at and then, well, we'll look at the power pole once we get that done and just take a look and see if we can make sense of the data that's displayed there as far as the power being generated and if the demand is being satisfied or not. We can also drop off some mycellium. We just mined or harvested a bunch of that. Let's head over to the satellite array and drop that off into the container. We can also look and see if we've got any data cubes. So let's drop all this off. We actually have a few extra. And why is this not running? Is it power? Why is this not running? Network power, it's got all the power it needs. So maybe it's just the certain placement that I'm using for this stuff is not optimal. We'll have to see. I'm going to come in here, hit my inventory. Do I have any data cubes? No. And then I guess these data cubes are just routed. Oh, I got one. Let's pop that in there. So that's being sent. We'll let that go. And then let's see if we can fix this. We're definitely seeing some kind of issue here. Now this, I think I can mine down. Maybe we can make this flat. I think this stuff comes up, right? So I may not have needed to do it the way I did. Not sure why I did it the way I did. Let's take this out and this guy and this guy. Because we can send basically anything through here. Let me grab the inserter. That's going to go like that. And our mining drill can go that. And then let's wire this guy up. here to here. And it looks like we're back in action. So that one's going to send stone through. And then that one's processing our mycelium. Let's dump off the rest of the mycelium we had. Very good. You know, I imagine we could set up a molecular analyzer just like this, or we could even possibly reuse this one. And what if I wanted to just put some belts in there? Would it keep track or would it have to start over? Like, see how this guy needs 7 scans yet left? What if I just stopped it here with 6 scans remaining and then replaced everything with belts and then came back in and put mycelium in? Why don't we test that? Let's test it. Let's learn. Okay, so this guy wants 4 scans more of mycelium. Let's put a stack of belts in here and just see what happens. We're going to get some data cubes real quick out of this. Right? So instant data cube. You know, and we can do this with the copper plates. We can do this with a bunch of the products rather than setting up an individual line for each product we're making. So let's let this thing run. In fact, let's fill this thing with belts. Let that run. I'm going to go get some, because that'll be some fast data cubes for us. I'm going to come over here and get some more data cubes. Now, these guys are, I mean, not data cubes, more belts. These guys aren't spawning more mycelium right now. So must run on some kind of timer. So yeah, let's grab all these belts. That will replenish. Doesn't cost us anything. Well, it costs us power. And so, oh yeah, the satellite dish moved. That needs to go slower. Because it's too cool to go as fast as it is. I'd like to see that kind of move a bit slower. Might make mention of that in the Discord. Okay. We'll let this run out. We'll let these run out. And then we'll, when it's empty, we'll come and we'll swap in mycelium and see if it picks up where it left off, right? It needed like 4 more chunks of mycelium to analyze before the next data cube. In the meantime, we want another combustion generator. And we can build those here, which is very cool. And should we do 1? Let's see. Can we do 2? Let's do 2 while we're at it. I think we got enough coal over there to pull it off. We also need power poles. We've got plenty of concrete blocks and we've got plenty of copper cable. Let's queue up a bunch of these. Like 40. And they can just craft in the background while we're doing other things. That looks clear, right? I don't see fungal blooms over here. Creeper bulbs. That looks good. We could use more light. We'll take care of that later. Let's head over. And then hopefully with 4 combustion generators, we should be good on power for a while. And then later we'll be able to scale up these belts and get even more, maybe more generators down here. So we're going to put 2 more. They're a little tricky to place. They're so huge. All right, let's see. Let's get them right. That's the right orientation. Now we just, boom, just like that. And let's build out our platform a little bit more. Do I have some lights? Even, I got 2 more torches. We got to make more of these. But just even temporarily, we can move these later. I just need a little light to work to. We got a tree. Let's take that out. It's going to be in our way. Not that I'm against trees, but that's a little obtrusive. We'll fetch more of these concrete blocks as well. We got those automated. Helps a ton. Now here, you might notice I'm actually building, there's actually a little shelf here now. We can fill that, I guess. We probably should. Or at least fill the edges that we see. It can be hollow underneath. Let's see if we can't get it looking a little better. All right, it's a little strange, but it's all right. We'll expand this out too. Well, why don't we do it? Talking about it. Doop. All right, now we're bumping into some other stuff. Let's go ahead and place that second combustion generator. Wow, that was a big jump. Right here. Boom, and rotate. And then, yeah, we need to make some torches for sure. All right, there's that. Let's pull our belt through. I put some in the molecular analyzer, but I grabbed a bunch more, so we're good there. We are going to need inserters. Oh, oh. I'm not sure how that one got placed there floating. We'll take it down, or those few down. That guy. Boom. How are we doing on time? We got a little bit of time left. We got enough inserters to get us through this, and we had this placed kind of dead center, right? Like, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Boom, and here. Boom. Yep. And then I want to go get more torches. But the next thing we got to do is make sure this is wired up. That power pole fit right here. Let's put one down, see if we can do it. Sometimes I have to turn away in order to get the power pole to place. Okay, wire this guy to there, and then you to you, and you to you. And then we said we were going to look at the power. Now, let me get off of wire. Okay, and just primary click on this guy. Okay, now satisfaction, well, it kind of waves around. So capacity is this yellowish line. And then energy, capacity, energy, production, and consumption. So now this seems to show that consumption is still higher than my production. But then it levels off here. So maybe this early part was an anomaly while I was hooking up the wires. So this looks like it's matching. Satisfaction is at 100%. I think that's the main number I'm interested in. Capacity is 216. Production 32 over 64. So yeah, I'm not sure if the first number is the actual and the second number is the capacity. So we could produce 64, whatever the units are, 64 units of electricity, but we're only producing 14. And then the consumption is maybe if all machines were running unblocked, it would be 19. But right now they're only consuming 16. So right now we see that the production, the first number for production, the first number for consumption match. So I think we're good. So we're satisfying 100%. I think we're going to be good for a long time. And it looks like that one belt is going to be able to satisfy these four, these four combustion generators. And then this one's getting a little boost from this line of coal. So this is like an extra line of coal. We might put a splitter on here and run it this way at some point. We won't mess with it now. It looks like it's all good. We achieved our objective anyway. Let's grab some of this. Ooh, these are kind of slow, aren't they, to craft? I was expecting there to be a lot more in here. All right, we're just about at the end of the episode. Let's see if those belts have run through the molecular analyzer. We might even check the satellite, because I know we got a bunch of data cubes just by virtue of putting a brand new product through the molecular analyzer. Those first few units kick out a lot of data cubes. I don't see... Oh, there's our fungal bloom. Oh, look at that. It's taken over there. How's my inventory look? Okay, we got room for more mycelium. Let's take this stuff out. And then we'll go head over to the the satellite dish and our little experiment with the belts and the mycelium. This is not looking so great. Where's the bloom? And we're going to find it, right? Is it back there? Okay, I see. Yeah, it's right in front of me. Let's take that guy out if we can. See, I'm taking all kinds of other things out. It's a little hard to target this. See, I'm taking out all the blocks behind it. Which isn't a huge problem because we need to take those out too, but I do want to get this thing. So what do I gotta do to get this? There, I think I got it now. Okay, that guy is gone. Everything appears to be working just fine. We got a bunch of iron frames being made, which is awesome. That's another thing we could feed into the molecular analyzer at some point once that fills up. But let's go check it out. Looks like it's still processing belts. 20 is more. Oh, it's still got 22 left to go. Let's let that run for a bit. In the meantime, let's take a look at our data cubes. Look at that, 13, 14 now. Very cool. We can pick something else here to research. Might as well. Ceramics, boy, this needs a description. I have no idea what we'll get. Lithium processing sounds cool. So does this silica shards thing. I have a feeling this is needed for the solar panels. I'm just guessing, but let's take it for 10. Boom. Silica shards, sand and sand. Huh. Interesting. What did that unlock for us? That unlocked electronics for circuits, and then lights. Grants you the street lamp blueprint and electrical light. We only need one more data cube, and then we can at least do one of these. I guess maybe we'd go after ceramics just to see what it is. Daytime's here. While we're waiting on those belts to finish processing, let's just take a quick look at the fungus over here. It's not too bad, right? I guess I can take this back. You know, we processed so much of this already that we're getting kind of diminishing returns by running it through the molecular analyzer. So it's not really benefiting us much in that way. All right, let's take these back. Let's take a look and see what this guy says. So he wants 21 more belts before he'll kick out another data cube. Now let's pop in the mycelium and see if it remembers how many more it needed. It should be like 4 or 5, but I'm thinking it's going to say like 200. No, look at that. It remembered 4. Nice, right? So it keeps track of what it has been researching. Now we'll see. Maybe I should have shut down and restarted the game to see if it remembers it between sessions. But it looks like it's picking up right where it left off. And in fact, that's really good because it's about to spit out a data cube. And why don't we wait for a second? Let it spit out that data cube. Oh, we got 2. Does it give us 2 per? I'm not sure, but we're getting 2. I'll take them. But we'll wait for that to process. It's getting sent now. We'll have 5 research points, and then we can pick ceramics. Again, we got to wait for it to send here at the top. You can see. Once we get that research point, got it. Let's do ceramics and see what it unlocks, just for the heck of it. Lights are cool, but I kind of like the torches. Ceramics, boom. What do we get? Clay, ceramic pipe, and clay pipe. Interesting. Interesting. I think some of this might be new. I'm not sure what it's for. And then what do we unlock? We opened up the ability to research the sulfur refinement. Yeah, I think it would be cool if it showed what these were going to unlock. I do like that there's kind of a mystery of what's coming in the tech tree. Some people aren't going to like that. I kind of like it for a change, not being able to see what's coming, because it's just kind of fun. And you got some new stuff to discover every time you play, or anytime you complete a research, you got some kind of new thing to look forward to learn about. All right, well, let's wrap this one here. We significantly amped up, pun intended, amped up our power generation. We added 3 new combustion generators, and we saw when we looked at the power grid that we are more than meeting the demand. So that should buy us a fair amount of time. Now, I notice this last one is not firing. Let's just make sure I don't have the inserter on there backwards or something. I notice there's no smoke coming out of this one. Let's see. We'll take a look. No, it's fine. It just doesn't, there's no power needed, I guess. It's wired up. It's all connected. So everything looks fine. We should be in good shape. Not sure why it's smoking. I'm guessing it's just not. Oh, there it goes. We got a little tiny poof. All right. That's it for this episode. For now, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. If you like this content, please do consider taking a second to hit that like button. That gives helps my tiny channel grow, and I'd really appreciate it. But until next time, this is Glidercat signing off, saying I'll see you in the next episode.